Hey KB, it's time to read our weekly story together. Okay, I love doing this. I love when you can read with me. This is one of my favorite parts of the week. Now, just to remind you to read this story, here's what you need to be able to do. You need to be able to, first of all, use your reading finger to point under each word and move your finger to each new word you're about to read. We practiced that so much and you're so good at it. So let's keep going with that today. You also need to know your sight words. This story has a ton of sight words, so you will need to know them in order to read the story with me. You also need to be able to use pictures to help you figure out words that you might not know, and you need to fingerspell to figure out words you might not know. So this is going to be a good challenge for us, but you can do it. You are all great readers, and you're just still learning how to read, and you're just going to get better and better. So let's check out the title of our story first. This title is a little bit unusual. I see the same word 3 times in a row with an exclamation point after it. Okay, so let's figure out this title together. This is a word we can fingerspell, and it's a word that we have fingerspelled at school many, many times already. So I know you can do this with me. We're going to fingerspell, so put your thumb up. I'll say go, and let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Tap. Tap. Good. We have the word tap. Now that we fingerspell the word tap, we can keep it in our brains and we can read the title because we already know it's the same word 3 times in a row. Let's read this title together. We don't need to fingerspell, just remember the word tap. Ready? Go. Tap, tap, tap. Very nice. Our title of our story is Tap, Tap, Tap. Okay, now let's take a look at the first sentence. I see some sight words. I see a word with a picture. Let's figure this out. Before we read it together, I see the sight word I, which I know every single person in KB knows, which is awesome. This little word here is a little different. Okay? We have the ah sound followed by the sound. Whenever we have this ah sound followed by this ah gets a little whiny. It doesn't like being next to that sound. So it changes its sound a little bit. When we see this word, we're going to say am. Can you say am? That ah sound is getting a little whiny. It doesn't want to be by the M, so it changes its sound. So this word is am. Okay? This little word right here is something we're going to fingerspell when we get to it. So let's break this down first, figure out all the words, and then we'll read it together. Okay? Ready? Let's check it out. I am. Let's fingerspell. This only has 2 sounds. Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. At. At. Sight word, the. And then we can use the picture. Lake. Let's read it together without stopping. Ready? Go. I am at the lake. Try that all by yourself. Go ahead. Good. Good, good, good. So we had the sight word I. We talked about this whiny ass sound in the word am. We fingerspelled at. Sight word the. Picture word lake. Now, these next few pages are a little bit easier and should be a little bit smoother for you to read. And I want you to mostly do it without my help, okay? Because here's why. When I look at these two sentences, each sentence has 4 sight words. You shouldn't need my help with your sight words. Okay, we've been practicing so much, and most of you know all of your sight words, so you should be able to read them nice and quick. So let's see what happens. Let's start on the page with the ant right here. This could be a picture word that's going to help us in a little bit. Let's see. Put your finger where my arrow is, and I want to see if you can read this sentence on the first try without my help. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Awesome. If you got stuck, watch what I do. I'm just going to read the 4 sight words in a row and then use the picture to help me figure out the last word. I can see the ant. Watch me do it one more time. I can see the ant. We know all 4 of these sight words, and then we can just use the picture to help us figure out the word ant. The next sentence also has 4 sight words, but we can see that one of them changed. We don't have the word the, we have another sight word, a. I want you to try to do the same thing. I want you to try to read the first sentence on your own without my help on the first try. Okay, we're right here. Put your finger where my arrow is and give it a shot. Ready? Go. Very good. If you got stuck, watch what I do and watch how I move my arrows to each sight word. I can see a bee. Watch one more time. I can see a bee. Awesome. Let's see what happens when I flip the page. This is the last page of our story. We've got 2 pictures here. We're going to start with the picture of a ladybug. And when we look at the picture in the sentence, it doesn't have the full word ladybug. It just says b-u-g, bug. Now, this sentence is a little longer, but besides the picture word, it's all sight words. So I'm going to challenge you again, and I want to see if you can read this sentence without my help. Ready? Put your finger where my arrow is, and let's give it a shot. Ready, set, go. Wow, that was a long sentence, but you can do it. If you got stuck, watch me. I like to see the bug. I like to see the bug. Awesome. If you couldn't get that sentence, try it one more time. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, let's look at the last sentence of our story. We see the title of our story at the end. Remember, we fingerspelled this word and it was tap. And we see it 3 times in a row, so we're not going to fingerspell it again. We're going to remember that it was tap and read tap every time we get to that word. So put your finger where my arrow is and let's see what happens. Okay? We see, look at this little word. I'm going to finger spell it. 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 This is the word it. We see it. Tap, tap, tap. Wow. Will you try this one all by yourself? Put your finger where my arrow is and go. Awesome. We see it. Tap, tap, tap. I love your reading. I love how hard you're trying. I love that you know your sight words. I love that you're finger spelling and using pictures to help you and using your finger to point under each word. You get better and better and better at reading each week, and pretty soon you're going to be the best kindergarten readers out there. Keep up the good work.